They've won Tonys and Oscars and Emmys and Grammys. There's no red carpet because they're home in their jammies. From Melrose Place to Broadway to Janeway and her crew. Let Seth and James bring all the stars to you.
Anywho.
They're entertaining everyone, so who's gonna grouse? Just sit right back and you'll hear some tales on Stars in the House.
Hey everybody, I am not Seth and James, although I am eating for two people during the pandemic. My name is Dennis Hensley. I'm a writer in Los Angeles. I also created a party game with my friend Jeb called You Don't Know My Life. And Seth was nice enough to ask me to fill in and do a game night for you guys here on Stars in the House. It's like a dream come true, like stepping into the show that you've been watching. It's a little surreal because I'm such a fan of what they've been doing and all the money they raised. And there's an Actors Fund connection to this game that I'm going to tell you about in a bit. So I rallied some of my favorite performers to play this game that I co-created called You Don't Know My Life. And we're going to bring them out now, and then I'll explain a little more about how the game works and what we can all expect from the shenanigans tonight. All right. First up, Teresa Huang was raised to be a doctor, but born to be an artist. After graduating from MIT, she gave up problem sets and thermodynamics to become a writer, actor, and producer. Her parents still are scratching their heads. As an actor, her claims to fame include Connie Wong in A Chorus Line, of course, and playing several dozen nurses, doctors, and other medical professionals on episodic TV like Grey's Anatomy. All right, she is currently a writer on MacGyver on CBS, so she can MacGyver the show if it goes south. There's nothing more Teresa misses than New York theater and New York pizza. Hi, Teresa. Are you flying in? There you are.
Welcome to my kitchen.
I love it. Well, thank you. Now I'm hungry for New York pizza. All right.
Oh, that's all I've been thinking about for over a year is New York pizza.
Well, we're happy you're here. You're going to MacGyver us if we get in trouble, and I appreciate that. So,
yes.
Danny Casillas is best known as Frito-Lay in Chico's Angels, which has been running in Los Angeles for 17 years. One of my favorite shows. He's also known as Reba Arriba, the #1 country western singer in all of Mexico and certain areas of Northern Central America. And he was the winner of Best in Drag Show in 2018. He's also been seen on television in shows like Reba, Kath and Kim, The Dish, and Champions. Danny Casillas.
Yay, hello.
Hi. You guys are both in Los Angeles, right?
Yes.
Yes, you're LA kids. All right. I think we're going to go somewhere else right now. Erin Quill was a member of the original Broadway cast of Avenue Q. She's also in the upcoming Dave the musical based on the hit Kevin Kline movie. She has The Blacklist coming up soon. The Other Two, one of my favorite shows. I'm so glad it's coming back. And she did a game show pilot back in the day with me and Dennis. And so this is going to be
with you and Seth.
Me and Seth. I said myself and myself because I am eating for two. So we're telling that other hack
I kind of can't get my lighting right. I'm so I'm trying.
I think it's serious. You're a woman of mystery. You're on the black.
I look very dark. But anyway, hello.
Next up, Carol Foreman's TV credits include Magnum PI, The Resident, Blackish, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And she just won an Ovation Award for her performance as Billie Holiday in Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill at the Ebony Rep and ICT. And I got to see it, and I'm so glad I got to see it. You kept it. She's also a writer. She won a Richard Rogers Award for the Jonathan Larson Foundation grant for her musical The Princess and the Black Eyed Peas. And she's working on a new musical with composer David Oliver called All About Face. Hi, Carol.
Hello, Dennis. Hello, everybody.
I know. I might,
I'm so
if things get slow, I might ask to see the Ovation Award. Do you have? Is it around?
They haven't shipped it to us yet. They said right. I just got an email asking for our addresses, so I'm looking forward to having it.
All right, there you go. Next up, we have a 3-time Tony nominee. He's also been on the show Grace and Frankie, which I love. You saw him on The Prom on Netflix. His musicals include Seussical, Addams Family, Disaster, which Seth Rudetsky co-created. It's Kevin Chamberlain, everybody.
Yay!
And Kevin,
yes, Dennis.
You were part of Ratatouille on TikTok, but you're also like a TikTok star in the making.
You know, art has to push through somehow.
Exactly.
So yes, I've been writing my own little original songs, and one of them, went viral with Ratatouille and created that whole wonderful concert that we raised $2 million for Actors Fund.
That's amazing.
Which was really thrilling. But your background makes me want to find three colors that connect. And
like if things get slow, you can play a game, like a phone game on my background.
Yes,
I want to see.
Yes. It's awesome.
I wanted something that looked game showy, so I got a disco tablecloth from Amazon. So yeah,
it's great.
No budget,
Really
we're sparing no expense. And finally, Felix Pyre. Felix Pyre is a character actor in such films as 12 Monkeys, Fat Girls, Dear God, and It's My Party. His TV credits include Prison Break and NYPD Blue. He's the winner of the New York Outer Critics Circle Award for Outstanding Solo Performance in the play Men on the Verge of a Hispanic Breakdown, and he is currently a professor of acting at UCLA. Hi, Felix!
Hey, hi. Great to see all you guys.
Right? It's so fun. I feel like we're at brunch, only there's no food. And
such a rich tapestry of talent, and led by Dennis Hensley and his rapier wit. Put on your seatbelts, everybody.
Wow. All right. You
win the prize, Felix, for the best background, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
That's really
it's really nice. All right. So,
I know. I'm like, how do I do that? I'm so jerry-rigged here. I'm like,
it's gonna be good.
You look like you're in a noir. It's good.
You look very dramatic lighting.
I can't because the table's here and I can't move the light. And I'm trying to maneuver around it.
Your spirit comes through. Your spirit comes through.
All the spirits are coming through.
All right. So for the folks watching me going, who is that guy? Where are Seth and James? My name's Dennis Hensley, and I'm a writer and performer in Los Angeles. And at the beginning of my career, I did a lot of magazine journalism. I did a lot of interviews with people for magazines like TV Guide and Cosmo and Movie Line. And during that time, I developed a bunch of offbeat questions that I found got fun stories out of people. So a few years ago, I started thinking, maybe there's a game in these questions. People like these questions. So I partnered with a friend of mine named Jeb Haven, and we created this bad boy. You know my life. We got it up on Amazon in 2019. And when the pandemic hit, we thought maybe there's a way we can do it online, help people stay connected and have some fun. So we got our friend Felix, who's in addition to being an accomplished actor, has been helping us with a few of our virtual games, doing the board. And here we are. So basically how the game works is a question is going to be played to everybody playing. Everybody is going to submit an answer on their phone. And then we're going to present the answers and take turns guessing who said what. It'll make more sense as we go, but here is your first question. You guys are going to be entering answers on your phone. And while you do that, I'll try to vamp and share some little factoids about my history with the game. Look at this glamorous game board. Here is the first question you are all going to be answering. And just FYI, Felix is going to be playing as well as helping us with the board, but he is not going to be privy to who submitted what. So we're above board on that front. Okay. The question is, what's a memorable assignment you completed in school, like a research paper or an art project? Think about that and type in an answer it'll appear in a second on your phone. It might not be there yet. Something that looks a little bit like a Post-it note. And
it says the host hasn't started the game yet.
It's about to start right this second.
Oh, okay.
Right. It'll come up. We can just go a memorable project completed in school. There we go. And you guys will be writing your answers in on that.
What's a memorable project we completed at school?
Yeah, like an art project or a term paper on this or that, or a science fair is a big thing. It could be something that went really well.
Is it?
It could be something that went badly. But type that into your thing, and you will see. Somebody's joining us. Somebody's playing around with us because they can see on the board how to do it. Well, we will just. Batman will not be joining the game, but
sorry, Batman.
What if it was the real Batman? Anyway, so
the Val Kilmer Batman or the.
It could be
Michael
any
Keaton Batman.
I'll take the Michael Keaton Batman.
The Michael Keaton Batman definitely was like a one to remember.
Or actually, Kevin Conroy Batman. Kevin Conroy.
I don't even know who that is, but anyway,
That's the animated series.
Oh, nice. All right, you'll notice that
why don't you just pull that out of your hat, TV writer?
I just watched a lot of
the
that
answers
cartoon.
come in. You will notice the gray squares appear on the board as the answers come in. That means that they're coming in, and you'll see the names light up. That means they're submitted their answer, but the program randomizes them. So don't assume that whenever a box pops up, that's the box where somebody is. So we're just waiting for a couple more answers. You can change your answer right up until the moment we start presenting them. And if you notice a typo or want to start all over, you can just go back in and fix it and then hit submit again. But once I start reading them, the answers are pretty much locked. So there's that. Yeah. So a memorable project you completed in school. I don't remember a good project, but one of our teachers showed us Night of the Living Dead. My English teacher showed us that.
I think
I don't know
this is maybe a rumor, but Night of the Living Dead, I think, was shot at Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah,
it could have been
because my friend Katie Finneran was in it.
Yes, and
I love Katie Finneran.
And we used to go down and look at the staircases.
The old Night of the Living Dead? Because this was the black and white one that was like a classic from way back in the day. But anyway, yeah.
No, the remake, Dennis.
Yeah. Erin, have you submitted your answer? We're waiting on one more.
No, because I can't think of a project.
Dennis, tell us about some project you did.
Well, we watched Night of the Living Dead. The other thing I remember is
something you made.
Well, here's the thing.
Actually, we should mention the Actors Fund. We should mention the Actors Fund first.
Yeah, we got to get
going. Make your donations.
Make your donations. You can go to Stars in the House to make a donation, and you can also see the information that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen there. All right, we've got all 6 answers. We're going to present them now. What's a memorable project you completed in school? Here's your first answer. A project that went horribly awry was a film project in which I was supposed to use a British accent that was hideous, and the last thing my teacher said about it was, well, so acting is out then, huh? All right, so that's a story.
Right.
For the box on the bottom of the screen, as a collective, we come up with a hashtag to help us remember this. There's no points involved. It's just something fun to label it. We like Hit the Brits. We'll go with that. Felix is typing them in. We'll go with Hit the Brits. It's like Hit the Bricks, but Hit the Brits. I love it. For an extra credit assignment, I wrote a post-credit scene for Lord of the Flies that was so dark and twisted, my English teacher checked with me to make sure I didn't need a therapist. Please, I was just being creative. All right.
Hashtag Bilbo, huh?
Bilbo, huh? We love that. I love it. All right. Next up. The first thing I ever sewed in home ec class was a duffel bag, and I used that thing all the way through college for my dirty laundry. Very proud of my dream duffel bag.
Of denim duffel bag.
Oh, denim duffel bag. Sorry, my eyes are a little blurry. Dreaming in denim. We'll go with that. There we go. I like it. Dreaming in denim. All right. Next up. I turned my chapter assignments in history class into a 30-minute musical that some of my fellow classmates performed. Wow. I like that. Let's see. 30-minute musical. Let's see. History class, the musical. That's not my best work. I feel really under
high school musicals.
School musical. Thank you, Carol. Say
that again.
High school musical.
Right?
Yeah.
It's simple. It's straightforward, but it has a Zac Efron reference, which I like. In 8th grade, I procrastinated and made a science project out of moldy bread very last minute and did a thing about penicillin. The teacher treated me like I cured cancer. Wow. I like this. Sold on the mold.
I like that.
All right.
Here's the brilliant work.
Okay.
This is where the brilliant work kicks in. Okay.
Okay. Next up. For my thesis directing project, I chose the play On the Open Road by Steve Tisich. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It has 2 leads, and for one, I chose Brian Baumgarten. He went on to play the role of Kevin in the American version of the show The Office. I can spot talent, baby.
Yes.
Wow. Good day at the office? That's a little twisted.
Nice.
You get the idea. All right, we've got
Nice.
6 answers, we've got 6 hashtags, and now the guessing is going to start. Danny, you're at the leaderboard or the player board. There's no scores yet. So you're going to pick any hashtag and then say who you think it is. So you might say, I think Dreaming in Denim is Teresa, or I think Sold on the Mold is Carol. So after you make your guess, I will explain what happens next.
Well, I was going to just go with the first one, Hit the Brits, but I can't do that without offending anyone.
Okay.
But don't take it personally.
You're so sensitive, Daniel.
I've never seen any of you do an English accent, so I'm not
Right.
making a comment on it. So I'm going to say Hit the Bricks is Kevin.
Okay, so Kevin, if that is correct, you say yes, and Danny gets a point. But if it's wrong, you have to say the name of the game, You Don't Know My Life, with as much emotion as you may be feeling. So Kevin, are you Hit the Brits?
You don't know my life.
You don't know his life, Danny. So that's the end of Danny's. That's the end of Danny's turn. It goes to Carol, and it's just going to keep going around. If Danny had gotten that correct, he would get to go until he misses. So keep track in your head of what's been guessed already, because if you guess something that's already been guessed, that's a waste of your turn. So the only other rule is if you take too long to guess, I honk that horn. Nothing bad happens, but it is annoying. All right, that was Danny. We're going to Carol. Pick any hashtag and who you think it is.
Oh my screen is kind of freaking out now.
Okay, there you go.
So I'm going to go with, for my thesis project, the Good Day at the Office.
Yes.
I am going to guess that is Felix.
Felix, are you Good Day at the Office?
I am, so she gets a point.
Well done.
All right, Carol.
Right out the back.
So you were in it and you directed it, or you just directed it?
No, I just directed it. This was in college, and Brian Baumgartner was always was never cast as much as I thought he should have been cast.
Right, you were like, this dude needs to get some better parts.
Yeah, and I'm going to rectify that because he was such a great actor, and so I brought the receipts. So right there, you can see him.
I like it.
Oh,
wow.
There you
oh,
go.
how excellent is that?
He had
Felix
hair.
Salmon with receipts.
He had
That is
hair and
cool.
Nice.
So
Wow.
I was very proud to see that he went on to such great success, and he was great in my play. I got an A.
There you go. That's a good day at the office. It's an excellent day at the office.
A great
You
day.
know a lot about Brian too. He has made like a record amount of money on Cameo last year. I just read an article about him. Yeah, where he makes videos for fans of The Office, and he's made like over $1 million off it.
You know what? And well that he should, because he's such a nice person, and I love it when nice people win.
Yeah.
Yes.
People love that office.
Agreed.
It's like every year it seems more popular than it was the year before.
Yeah.
All right. Carol, that was you. You get to guess again. You go until you miss.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
I know.
Oh, the tension is thick.
It's a lot, right?
Okay. Sold on the Mold.
Yeah.
I want to say that is Teresa.
Teresa, are you sold on the mold?
You don't know my life.
Delivered. I like
All
it.
right, now it's getting hot.
I know
Okay.
you guessed
Not
it
up
because
in here.
it's a sciencey one, but that's not me.
Yep.
All right, Kevin, you get to guess. Pick any hashtag and who you think it is.
I'm going to say Bilbo is Danny.
Danny, are you Bilbo, huh?
You don't know my life.
All right, that is not Danny. It's Felix's turn now.
I'm going to say that the British accent that went horribly awry. What if that's, I don't know, Aaron Quill?
Aaron, are you Hit the Brits?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because because I'm Australian as well, and my British accent is well, now it's good, but at the time it was really, really not. And yeah, I was terrible.
What was the project? You remember what it was about?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a takeoff on Agatha Christie.
Okay.
And it was really, it was something about a monkey's paw or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Can't remember.
Okay.
But it was
I love that you remember. I love that you remember the quote. Well, so acting is out then, huh? Like that just lodged itself in there and stayed. All right.
Yeah, I was like, I'll show you.
You bounced back, which I like. I like those stories. All right, Felix, you get to guess again.
As an acting teacher, I'd like to say that that's abusive. And second of all, that even right now, I can hear the dulcet English tones coming out of you. So, but for my next,
I know, I speak the English pretty good.
Okay. Yep. So knowing that Danny needs a therapist, I'm going to say that he might be Bilbo, huh?
Danny, are you Bilbo, huh?
You don't know my life.
It is not. It is not. Okay.
Nice try.
That goes to Teresa, your guess.
I just realized something. I came up with Bilbo, huh? And it's Lord of the Flies, not Lord of the Rings.
You know what? We went with it. We went with it, Kevin, because we were intimidated by your bio, the Tony nominations. Yeah, it's all good. We like it. We'll stick with it. All right, Teresa.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pick someone for Sold on the Mold, and I'm gonna guess that it's Danny.
Danny, are you sold on the mold?
Oh, crackers! You got me.
Yes. Well done.
Well done.
My favorite stories are when you half-ass it and it turns to triumph, because I like that. So tell us about the moldy thing. What happened?
First of all, it says a lot that the teacher didn't believe that I could do a science project.
Right.
But I probably didn't give her much reason to believe that I could. And the fact that I did half-ass it just the night before because we had moldy bread around.
Right.
And she gave me praise. That set me up for an entire life of procrastinating and pulling crap out of my butt at the last minute.
So it really had a negative impact of you long term.
Sure did. Right. Sure did. Cheaters never prosper.
That's true. You know.
Except when they do.
All right. That was Sold on the Mold. Let's go to Teresa. You got that right. You get to guess again. There are 3 left. One of them is yours. Batman is not in the game.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Batman's not in the game. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, Teresa. Yeah.
Sorry, Batman. I'm going to guess that Dreaming in Denim is Carol.
Is Batman like a random person?
Denim?
Who said this?
Yeah. No. Felix was just trying to get rid of Batman, so we did.
I did because I'm stronger and more powerful.
Teresa thinks that you are dreaming in denim. Carol, is that you?
Teresa, you don't know my life.
Oh,
that's the way that it's said.
Exactly. All right,
nice.
Aaron Quill, you get to guess. You're looking.
I get to guess. Oh, bro. All right.
Carol's, Kevin's, or Teresa's?
I think Dreaming in Denim is Kevin.
Kevin, are you dreaming in denim?
Oh, I loved that duffel bag.
Yeah. See, I love it because we went to a gender biased place where we thought it was probably more likely to be Carol, but Kevin, you sewed a denim bag that was a dream denim bag.
And you know what else happened in that same home ec class? I was feeding the material through, and the needle went right through my fingernail. And then I didn't release the foot pedal, and it was just going.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
No.
But you rocked that denim duffel bag for years.
But you still have 3 Tony nominations, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and that duffel bag hung in my dressing room.
I love it. I love it. It has a sweet story to it. Okay, that was Aaron. You get to guess again. You have a 50-50 chance of clearing out this round.
So let's see. I think Bilbo, huh, is Teresa.
Teresa, are you Bilbo, huh?
Yes, it is. That's
well
me.
Done.
I knew it. It's so Chinese. It's so Chinese to go to the dark place.
Lord of the Flies is already kind of dark, right?
Right.
Yeah, I wrote a post-credit. It was one of the extra credits assignments, and I wrote a post-credit sequence in which several characters commit ritualistic suicide. And my teacher was like, "Are you okay?"
How old are you? How old were you?
10.
Oh, I think I was.
Was it like high school?
I was junior in high school. I was
Yeah.
junior in high school, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was destined to be a writer, a sci-fi writer. Is what that
Right,
means.
exactly. And you've reached your destiny. But I love that your teachers like freaked out about it. All right. So Carol is the last answer. Nobody gets a point for that, but we get to hear about it. So you turned your assignments into a musical.
Yeah, I did. The teacher kind of let me get away with a lot in this class. I don't know. And I only remember part of one song, and it was about, you know, how they would tax items on trade routes. And there's one song called, "Oh, we get these taxes. Oh, we put these taxes from abroad. And then I had this woman walking across the stage with like this big tax bill across the classroom. Just campy.
Amazing.
Stuff.
And did you get a good grade?
I got an A. She just let me do whatever I wanted to.
But
you want to do another show?
I love that.
Are you getting your classmates to be in it too? Like you?
Yeah. They people wanted to be in it because I would get rehearsal time, and then she gave me the ability to write passes for people, so people would want to be in my show because I could get them out of class and they would let me write passes, hall passes.
You were running that school.
I was
working
running
that
I
system.
Yeah, because the hall pass is power.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how the game works. That was a round. We're gonna get you a new question. You're gonna submit answers, and we're gonna do this again. I was going to save this for later, but I'm going to serve it up. Boom. Here's the question. Audition story, go. It'll take a second to pop up in your app on the phone. Audition story,
can I ask, do you want those like really horrible ones that are going to make everybody really upset?
Whatever you feel like sharing. It could be a great audition. It could be a weird one, or it can just be whatever comes to mind. There are no wrong answers in this game. There are inappropriate things that happen, but
there are inappropriate things. All right.
No. So while you guys do that, I'm going to share with the audience a little bit about how this game is connected to the Actors Fund, this amazing organization that we're here to benefit. And if you want to benefit or send in some money to them, you can do that at starsinthehouse.com. And they've been doing so great this whole year and inspiring people and raising money. So a few years ago, I didn't have a lot going on in my writing career. Things had kind of dried up and I was a little lost. I think we've been there. And a friend of mine said, go to the Actors Fund. And I said, but I'm not really an actor. I'm a writer more. And they're like, it's for everybody in entertainment, set decorators, makeup artists, everyone. So I go and I start taking the classes there and things about like, you know, resume and things like that. And I took this class that truly changed my life called Managing Cash Flow for Artists by Miyata Idogo was the teacher at the time. And I think she set up the whole curriculum for that program. And my friends like Danny know all I would do is talk about, well, in my money class this week, they were like, okay, we get it. So part of that class was encouraging people to think of other income streams. And I was like, okay, what's a side hustle? I need a side hustle. And I thought, I like to interview people. I've done it a lot. What if I interviewed people about their lives like a podcast? So I started a business called Lifecast, where I interview people like a legacy heirloom audio thing. And then part of that was at the end of each interview, I would use these cards that I developed from my interviewing days. I called it the observation deck. And I wanted to make them nice. So my friend of mine said, you know what, there's a website where you can do that. And you know what, why don't you just make a game out of it? So I started thinking, how could this be a game? And then I partnered with my friend Jeb, and the rest is history. But none of that would have happened had I not gone to the Actors Fund. And after Miyata's class, the financial class, I took, I got to be chosen to be in the Becoming an Entrepreneur program, which is where I really developed the Lifecast business as well as the game. So if it weren't for the Lifecast, we would not, or for the Actors Fund, we would not be here. Mm-hmm. And I got so much out of it. And I also loved the community, because I think as artists, it's easy to feel like, oh, we should have gone to law school. We really, you know what? It was cute for a while. It's not that cute anymore. But everyone there gets it, and so you're with like-minded people. So it's beautiful. There's that. Oh, look at Seth! I love that. Seth is screaming in. Oh my gosh! I feel like the substitute teacher and the teacher just walked in and like,
to see you doing such a great job.
Yeah. How are we doing on the game board with our audition stories? Are they coming in? All right.
Too much to say.
I know. Well, you can just tease it, and then we can do the follow-up in the after chat. I like that word, after chat. That could be a fragrance. After chat.
I'd wear
It's
it.
like for talking, when you talk in the afterglow. I mean, I assume some people do. Okay, we're almost all there.
Some may.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm all about the Actors Fund. I loved it. I took Excel classes. I was there
It's a great place. And for people who are having trouble paying the rent, I know for a fact that if you're a working actor or an actor that was working pre-pandemic, that you can go and they have, they have grants that they give out here and there.
Yeah.
They do so many things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many things for so many people.
They've helped me as well. And that's why I'm saying that. So I'm with you. And so I'm speaking as a recipient of one of their grants. Mm-hmm. So I thank them very much because that was a very difficult time in my life and they really came through.
Yeah.
God bless them. Hi, we have a question from Seattle Susie. Do the questions come with the game? If you buy it on Amazon, there's 125 questions. Some of them I'm using from the game today, and some I created just for this crew because they are actors and would have a similar subject matter. But the questions that come with the game, the first one that we did comes with the game. So it's going to be about a mix of them. And when we be not just actors,
Correct.
yeah, any professions in the arts are part of the Actors Fund, like me. And that's somebody. Okay, we love that the chats pop up in this. It's so exciting. We've got all our stories. Here we go. We're going to present them now. Audition story go was the question. Here's your first answer. In an audition for a movie, director asked me to improvise my way through my neighborhood growing up, transforming into all the characters. Show me around your neighborhood, he said. Got to show so many characters. Threw in some impressions for good measure. Cherished the challenge. Got the part. Wow.
Wow.
A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Beautiful day
Yes.
in the neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
I like it. They're not always nightmares, these auditions.
Yeah.
I like it. Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Use that an acronym.
I love it. Was auditioning for this British director. At the end, they walked out from behind the table, came toward me, grabbed me, and kissed me full on the mouth. Then said to me, lovely, just lovely. I didn't get the part, for which I was grateful.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
Hashtag boundaries.
Creepy, I like creepy,
seriously.
just creepy. Creepy, just creepy. We're doing creepy, just creepy. Yeah.
Nope. Hashtag lawsuit.
My first time auditioning for a movie, I read all the characters in the scene. How about one person show?
Yeah. One person
Right.
movie.
Go with that.
Oh my
Next
goodness.
up, Curb Your Enthusiasm, improv with Larry David. I had nothing. He kept throwing me the ball and I held it, dropped it, deflated it, and watched his eyes lose me very quickly. I slinked out of the room, vowing to never go to an improv audition ever again.
Oh my goodness.
You got curbed.
you got curved. That's hilarious.
You got curbed. I
That's
mean, it happens,
fantastic.
right? I had a cousin that got curbed once, and she's still not the same.
Oh.
That's all right. Boom.
Yay.
All right.
Yes.
Next up, after doing the dramatic yelling at my sister scene in an audition, the director told me, "You're not funny." What? His direction was do it again and be more funny. I tried again, adding a smidge of levity to the yelling, and after he shook his head and said, "You're not funny," I did not get cast. Wait, this is a comedy? Is that funny? Okay, next up, and finally, I was auditioning for a musical based on a film that takes place in a country abroad. I started to sing, and they stopped me, asked if I could do an accent, but sing the same song. I said I could, and then sang "If I Rubbed You," and then stopped and asked if I could be more submissive.
Oh my
I
God.
can't.
Ah.
What about what I did for Rub? Is that wrong?
Oh.
Is it
Fine.
is it okay? Is that I'm just taking
Totally fine. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right,
mean-
we've got 6 answers and 6 hashtags. Danny, who guess
we had ended with Aaron, so we start with Danny this time.
All right,
and
Danny,
just so happens that he started last time.
Perfect. Aaron finished this last time. Pick any hashtag and who you think it is.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm going to say is Carol.
Carol, are you beautiful day in the neighborhood?
Baby, you don't know my life.
Right, it is not Carol. All right.
Nice.
To Carol, it is your guess.
Ooh, my Lanta.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say, wait, this is a comedy?
Yeah.
Is that you, Danny?
Danny, are you Wait, This Is a Comedy?
You don't know my life.
Okay. I like you kind of made us wait for it. I like that. Kevin, it is your guess.
I'm gonna say one person show, Danny.
Danny, are you one person show?
Darn the crackers! Yes, it was me.
So what did you do? What was the project? How did it play out?
I was still just in college, started college in El Paso, Texas. They came to make a movie starring Bonnie Bedelia called Death of an Angel. They said, they're having auditions. And I'm going because I did drama tournaments in high school where you played all the characters. So I went in there and it's a scene where 5 guys are beating up a priest. And they said, okay, when you're ready. And I just read every character all the way down the page. And they just looked at me because I thought they were amazed because each character had its own individual personality.
And then what did they say at the end?
They said, thank you. And I landed the part of an extra.
Okay. All right. You were still in the movie, though. Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
That's so Guffman. I love it.
I like it.
It is.
Kevin gets to guess again.
Is what I did for Rav, is that Aaron?
Aaron, are you?
Of course it's me. Right?
Oh, that was an easy one. You gave it away.
I did think like maybe it was a little too much, like too on the money, but I was like, well, Teresa's here. It could be Teresa.
Yeah. Also, we have found with this
Sayonara the musical.
Sayonara
Which
the musical?
Sayonara the musical.
Oh my God.
And this was back in the day, and they wanted me to do the part that in the film had been done by Miyoshi Umeki. So that was if like she was on Thank You, Mr. Eddie's Father, the courtship of Eddie's
Father.
I
got you. Yeah.
And so, like they said, you're kind of like too bold for a typical Japanese woman. And I was like, well, I'm Chinese. And they're like, yeah. But I mean, you're too bold. And I was like, oh, okay. They're like, you know what? Can you do it with an accent? And I was like, well, then it becomes, if I rubbed you, and they're like, yeah, fine. So
they were okay with that. They were good with that.
Fine with that. They were fine with that. So then, and I was young. I had just graduated college, so I was like a baby. It was down at Theater Works. So then, I started to think, in my head, I was like, okay, well, I can still have like the same intention, right? So I started singing that song that way, like I was in Carousel. And then they were like, wait, I know exactly what it is. Can you start it and look at the floor? And I was like, what? And they said, yeah, like more like look at the floor and then just kind of like glance up, like use your eyelashes like a fan. And
they said like a fan.
Well, they're really pouring it on thick.
Yeah.
Take that note.
This was a long time. Anyway, they wouldn't have done it now. But so what happened was I had a table of 8 men across from me. It was the era where everybody was shaving their heads, so none of them had any hair. And everybody it was like the only time I didn't feel comfortable in a room full of gay men. But they
I know that's your wheelhouse.
I would go like this. So it would be like, if I wrote you time, and it's too submissive, too bold. Oh, that's what they would yell. They'd yell too bold. And I like my head. So it was like, if I too bold loved you too bold, like that.
Oh God.
And,
like a bobblehead.
Sounds horrific.
It was bad. I came out
But you got you got to unearth it years later on an online game for charity. So
right, exactly. And I told this story once.
You made lemonade just now. We made some lemonade.
Exactly. And hopefully no other Asian actor will ever have to do that.
Right?
Aaron, there's a one-woman show in there.
I know, right?
Oh,
I did that actually as a one-woman show. But
everyone listening, that's not okay.
It's
all right.
Cool.
It's not okay.
Kevin, you get to guess again.
Felix. Wait, this is a comedy?
Are you Wait, This is a Comedy, Felix?
You don't know my life.
Oh.
It's not. And it goes to
It sounded like a great acting teacher story.
It is your guess.
Wait, this is a comedy. And then we got the Wait, Beautiful Day, Creepy Just Creepy. I think the thing like that would you get kissed square on the mouth. I want to say that wouldn't be a dude. I'm gonna say that's maybe Teresa.
Teresa, are you Creepy Just Creepy?
You don't know my life.
Okay, it is.
No, I don't. I'm glad I don't know that story because it's creepy.
I would have slugged that guy. I'm sorry. I think I involuntarily would have just.
Yes. It is your guess, Teresa.
Well, I'll guess Creepy Just Creepy is Carol.
Carol, are you Creepy Just Creepy?
That would be me.
Wow. And please tell me you slugged him. My God.
What?
I was in such shock.
Right.
That I just because it was a very vulnerable audition, and so you're just in that space and he's standing up and I'm thinking, oh, that's because they usually they come up and they say thank you and they take your hand. He took my hand and just pulled me toward him and dead on the mouth. And he's like, oh, just lovely. And I went, okay. Bye. And I just slunk out of the room. I felt like I'd kind of been slimed and I was like, what happened?
Horrible.
This is how abusers take advantage.
This was a long time ago.
Was it
what did you say?
A stage project or a theater project or film, TV?
It was for a major theater.
Wow. Interesting. All right. Well,
and just so you know, Carol, that happened to me as well.
Really?
Oh, wow.
God.
Yeah, it seems to be not uncommon for stuff like that to happen. Now that we're talking about it and
I know we're airing these things. Sometimes
now
Smash feels a little
the game is a place you come to be healed, y'all.
Right, exactly.
No secrets. Everything gets to be aired out.
Living it can't all be farts. We love a fart story, but sometimes things get real with this game. It's true.
I feel better already. I haven't gotten to dress up like this in a long fucking time.
Oh my gosh.
You're making us feel good, Felix.
I know.
I'm so sorry that happened to you, and I'm happy that we live in an age where those stories can be told and women are believed. And no more. No more.
All right, Teresa, you get to guess again. You're looking for
I get to guess again. Okay.
Oh, girl.
You get to guess. You're looking for Kevin or Felix.
Okay, I'm going to guess You Got Curved is Kevin.
Kevin, are you
got curved? Worst audition experience ever.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
How early was it
give
in
me
the
a
run?
script. Come on, people, give me a script. I don't want to write your stuff. I could do it in a commercial setting. They ask you to do it a lot during commercials because there's not a lot of dialogue. Right. But I was so in awe of Larry David just because I was a big fan of the show. And it really was mortifying because when you're improvising with someone who's also judging you, it reminded me, it was sort of like, I was a Santa Claus at Macy's, the first job I had out of school. It was the Christmas after I graduated. And when you're Santa Claus, you have to do improv with someone, but the child is living a reality. And you are, as Santa Claus, are playing a role. So there's this, it's not an improv, it's this weird, he's in a real place and you are the improver. So that's how I felt the imbalance with Larry David, because he was actually, I was asking for a job, and I was a really bad improv partner. It was not pleasant at all.
All right. Well, no one's ever heard of that show, so it's fine.
No.
It didn't go on for 12 years or whatever it is. But.
There was one quick though. I did one commercial audition once. I did it, and then the person says, "Okay, let me throw a couple things at you." And I thought they were gonna, and then she just started throwing objects at me, like I was supposed to be like a harried husband, the kid. But I literally thought they were gonna give me notes like, "Let me throw a couple things at you.
Let me throw some ideas at you." No,
Yeah.
Oh my God, I literally threw things at you.
That was the other audition story I was going to tell.
Commercial auditions, man.
Oh,
I love it. All right.
Never make any
I would
sense.
give you a heart, Kevin, but there are no emojis on StreamYard.
I know.
Little heart.
I didn't mean to re-traumatize you, but maybe we're getting some closure with some of these. All right, I think we have a couple left. What's going on the board? We've got 2 left. Teresa, you're going to guess.
One of them is mine, so I know that. Wait, I can't see the board again.
Oh, it's one of them is Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and one is Wait, This is a Comedy.
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is Felix.
Felix, are you Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood?
I am. I had a beautiful day in that neighborhood that day.
This is an enchanting story.
I know.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was such a thrill, and I was such a fan of the person, and it's such a joyous experience when you meet somebody that you're a fan of, and then they're wonderful.
Who was it?
And it was Gary Marshall, and Gary Marshall said to me, "Hey, get up on there!" And he would rent the theater and would have like these wonderful actors to read the audition with you. So you were going in there prepped to look great with these other great actors. But then he told the actors to step aside, and he said, "Hey, okay, Felix, take us around your neighborhood and do the thing, show us the people that live in your neighborhood." And he sort of let me do and I did everything from Kermit the Frog to Robin Williams, whose career he started. And he just loved it, and he delighted in it. And I got the part, and I'm just so proud to be part of his legacy.
Wow.
I love that.
That's awesome.
That was great. That was a great experience. Yeah, they always talk bad shit about Hollywood and auditions and stuff. And I have to say, knock on wood, I've never had like a really bad audition in the sense that some people said, well, one audition, somebody said something iffy. Because I said it was a Latino part, and I said, should I read this like a Mexican or Puerto Rican or Cuban? And the director guys went, "Oh, it's all the same thing, dude." But but I didn't take that personally because that's their ignorance, not mine. So I coughed up. They didn't know. Okay, fine. I'm going to do the one I want.
Yeah.
And I just moved forward, So for me, I was half insulted. I was like, should I be insulted? But then I was like, they were also ethnic people. So it was, ethnic on ethnic crime. But
that's not good.
Which is not cool either.
Okay.
But
we have one story left that we haven't talked about. Whose is left? It's
and that's mine.
Teresa, Wait, This is a Comedy. Wait, so what's this? What's the thing? It sounds like
I
a very
was auditioning. I should have said this. It was not a comedy. I was auditioning for Sisters Matsumoto by Philip Kangotanda, which is a very dramatic play about 3 sisters who come out of the Japanese internment camps. They're trying to put their lives back together after their father dies in the camps. And this director is just like, "You're not funny." It's like, what am I supposed to be funny? Yeah. Right. And he's just like, that was his whole direction. It was like, do it again and be more funny. Like, okay, and it's like a yelling scene. It's one of the sisters screaming at each other scene. And afterwards, he's just like, "Yeah, you're not funny. Thanks."
Was it a comedy?
No, it's not a comedy.
It's a very dramatic thing.
No, not a comedy.
It's based. I think it's based on Chekhov's 3 Sisters.
Oh, well, there was that whole thing that Chekhov would write what he thought were comedies, and Stanislavski would direct them like dramas.
Was that the way it went?
Maybe he had just had a conversation with someone about that, but
he flipped that around or something, and maybe wanted you to do a drama with the timing of a comedy. I don't know.
Listen,
I'm trying to see the light in a dark situation.
You're funny. You're in your neighborhood.
Somebody who was asked one time, walked in, and the casting director goes, "I bet I can guess what knees you are," and I was like,
"Oh God!"
What? So
it's a lot.
There's a lot.
We're gonna bring this. We're going to a cheerier subject. With this is a question that's straight from the box game. I know.
I feel like Aaron, Carol, and
I'm supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Here's a question straight from the box game. What kiss from your life felt like something out of a movie? What kiss from your life felt like something out of a movie? It doesn't have to be a romantic movie. It can be a horror movie. It can be a teen comedy. It can be a gross out comedy. You know, it doesn't have to be your most romantic moment. It's just
Hey,
the
Dennis,
moment.
I got kicked out of the app. What's the room number?
So the room number is 0406, and then it'll ask if you're returning or existing player.
Okay. So what kiss felt like a movie kiss, right?
What kiss from your life felt like something out of a movie? And Carol's director kiss felt like a creepy movie, like that's the first scene of a revenge movie or something. But while
Dennis,
they're writing, I want to share with people that we've been hosting these game nights online through youdon'tknowmylife.com. You reach out, you set an appointment with me, and we set a date. You invite your people. I send you the Zoom link, and we do this. And if anyone's interested in doing this, I would love to host you and donate a portion of your game fee to the Actors Fund. So if you reach out to book, just say you saw it on Stars in the House and that you love the Actors Fund, and we'll do a game night and we'll donate part of your thing to the Actors Fund, because I love that organization and I also love helping people stay connected. We did a 90-year-old's birthday party the other day, and she wasn't good on the app, but her son would whisper to her and then he would type it. It was so cute. And then she got most of them right. Like, she kind of wiped the floor with everybody, and it was special because it was before the vaccinations were sort of more widespread. I think she might have had one shot by then, but it's been nice to help people stay together. It's been a real morale boost for me and for other folks.
Dennis, what's your kissing adventure? Because you were in the cruise line business, entertaining and dancing in the early 90s.
I don't like to rub that show business thing in people's faces because it makes them feel bad about their Tony nominations and Ovation Awards. But yes, I was a cruise ship Corrine. And you know what's been wild? I've been doing reunion games of this with my cruise ship friends once a month. They have been the most fun thing. So if you have like your theater buddies or people that you wouldn't go to Vegas for a reunion weekend because people have busy lives, but you would Zoom with them and it's really meaningful.
I did this for my birthday last year. I did 3 of them, and they were all just so fun. Totally worth it. It's great.
A friend of mine did it. He's I think he's artistic director of a theater. Did it with his new staff, and some people do it with their offices as icebreakers, and it's so much fun. Even with people you think you know.
Well, what's fun is that every time it's different. Like depending on the stories, like it's never the same at all.
And when I played with Dennis, it's really fun to see married couples not know each other's stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
just did that with my husband.
Break up in front of us. Yeah. So. How's the game?
Dennis, don't you offer therapy coupons?
Right. We do. We do have a Groupon for therapy. I don't hear good things about it, but it is cheap.
I realized I didn't even know what my husband wore to our own wedding during the game.
Is that what came up during your game? I love it.
Yeah. What he wore.
Your husband is so charming. You guys are so cute together. I love it.
Sweetheart. Thank you.
All right. I like it. All right. Is everyone's answer almost in? What kiss from your life felt like something out of a movie? I kissed a Mexican go-go boy once on a bridge.
That's what I was asking
That's
about.
What happened.
We derailed.
Hot.
Yes.
Hot.
I had gone to Puerto Vallarta with a friend of mine, and my friend was more wild, and so he was kind of more hookup-y, and I was like, there was a dancer that danced behind the drag queens that was like, full-on kickball change, not like dance on a box. Although he did dance on a box later. You can do both. And I was like, I like that dancer. And
But you like the technique.
I liked his technique. He was, he pointed his toes.
His kissing technique or his dancing technique?
His dancing technique, because I had not kissed him yet. And it was the last night in the city and last night on the trip. And I saw him walking down the street and I said hello and we started chatting. And I said, hey, come and join my friend and I for dinner. And he sat and ate with us and we talked. And then my friend went off and did his thing. And we walked around and then we walked on the little bridge down by the water and boop, 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 kissing happened. So it's cool. I like it. Yeah, it felt like something out of a movie. All right, let's see that board. Is everybody in?
Yep.
Your kisses? All right. What kiss from your life felt like something out of a movie? First answer. My gross out movie kiss. I kissed someone after they ate a bag of peanut M&Ms. The chunks were all floating everywhere, and I had to back away and make excuses. Melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Melt in my mouth? Melt in your
Yes.
mouth.
Oh, God.
Yeah, melt in my mouth.
Hard.
All right, that's good. All right.
Rose.
I was asked to a Pulitzer Prize-winning author to come over for lunch to talk about a show. He was very old, late 80s. He spoke very softly, so I leaned in to hear him better, and he grabbed my face and kissed me with tongue. He said, "I have always liked big bone women." I said, "Did you call me fat?" Wow, there's a lot to unpack there.
Oh, God.
Advances from the advanced.
And he didn't even know I was a guy.
Unwanted advances. I like
Getting
we'll go with
triggered. Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you like?
How about soft voice, hard tongue?
God. I'm never going to forget that hashtag.
All right, next up. My first kiss came the second time I had sex. It was unexpected and very clumsy, like kissing Mr. Ed. Wow, that's interesting. So sex had already happened, then the kiss. Why the long face? I like why the long face. We'll go with why the long face.
Hashtags that make it.
Yeah, it's all about the hashtaggery.
All about the hashtag.
Yeah, I'll explain where the hashtagging came from during the next break if we have time, because it's kind of a fun, creative story. I had a stage kiss with a celebrity, which felt like they were launching missiles down the back of my throat. Also got to kiss Heather Graham, so that was cool. All right. Graham cracker? Graham crackers. We'll go with graham crackers.
Oh,
I like it. It's cute. In 5th grade, I had a crush on a 6th grader. Scandal. And in order to get close to this person, I wrote a 2-person play about Polish immigrating to America. And my teacher/director directed me to kiss them on the cheek in a scene. I couldn't have planned it better. That's my mistake. I have never written a Polish immigrant play to do with a cute guy. Two-hander scheme. I like two-hander scheme.
The thought process is so complicated.
I know. It was movie title, Raining in Hollywood. We had just finished a voiceover gig. We felt a little zing. He's from New York, where it rains all the time. So he looked at me like I was crazy for thinking it so special when I proposed we kiss in the rain. We did. I think it meant more to me because I live... Was there more to that in that answer?
Probably like in LA.
Probably.
All right.
Or I live with him now.
Yeah.
Zinging in the rain.
Singing in the rain, Carol. Thank you very much.
In the rain. Yes.
So good. All right. It's time for the guessing. Teresa finished the last round out. So Aaron, you start us off. Pick any hashtag and who you think it is.
Melt in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's so gross it makes me gag.
I know.
We can all visualize it. We can all...
food issues. Danny,
are you melting my mouth?
Are you melting my mouth?
You don't know my life.
Okay, it's not Danny. It goes to Aaron. That was Aaron's guess.
To Danny.
Yeah, your guess.
Graham crackers. I'm going to guess that is Felix.
Felix, are you graham crackers?
I did not get to kiss Heather Graham.
All right. You don't know his
So
life.
you don't know my life, Danny, but good guess.
It goes to
I wish
Carol.
I did.
Carol,
It goes to
your
me.
guess. Yeah.
Okay. Who did you guess? Graham crackers?
Somebody thought that was Felix, but they were mistaken.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got lost here for a second. Okay, I'm back. I think I left my body.
That happens.
Graham crackers. Kevin, is that you?
Kevin, are you graham crackers?
You don't know my life.
All right, it is not Kevin. But it goes to Kevin. It's your guess.
Well, now that we're on graham crackers, Teresa?
Teresa, are you graham crackers?
I wish I could have kissed Heather Graham, but no, you don't know.
No, it is not. Who kissed
I
Heather Graham?
want to know who the lucky
I know.
son of
Everyone
a
just wants to know
gun.
this.
I want her to be on roller skates too when it happened. All right, Felix, you guess.
Oh my God.
I know that
Did
reference,
we
Dennis.
Stage kiss, launching missiles down the back of my throat. I'm not going to obsess on that. I'm going to go somewhere else. Let's see. Soft voice, hard tongue. Okay, I was asked to a Pulitzer Prize-winning author to come over for lunch and talk about my show. Oh, and this is a woman. So I'm going to deduce that, I don't know. I'm going to say, Carol, are you soft voice, hard tongue?
Is that you?
You don't know my life.
Dratch. Foiled again.
Intense. That was very intense. That was very
Good.
I was
menacing.
about to be
All
very
right.
upset that there were 2 back-to-back gross kiss stories.
All right. Yeah. Teresa, your guess.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, then I'll guess soft voice, hard tongue is Erin Quill.
Erin, are you soft voice, hard tongue?
You know my life. Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness. I have known you for years and I never heard this. What's going on?
No, I said that. So I told you that story one time. It was C.Y. Lee. who
Okay.
wrote the book of Flower Drum Song.
Oh.
And I had to wait till he died to tell that story. And he only just died at like 102 last year. So I've been waiting a while. You know, but yeah.
All right.
He passed away. So I can finally say, yeah, that was him. He grabbed me and like he did. He grabbed me, stuck his tongue down in my throat. And then he goes, I've always liked big boned women. And I was like, so I went very quickly from, I was just jumped to like, did he just call me fat? Because in LA, you know,
worse.
One is horribly insulting. So I was like, and you know what? I saw Billy. So after that afternoon, I went to see Jack Plotnick's Space Station 79, right?
Of course, Jack Plotnick, who's a big friend of Stars in the House and often hosts these game nights.
Right. And I went to see Jack's show and Billy was there, Billy Porter, and he, you know, we know each other. And so I told him the story and he laughed so hard, he slid down the wall. And I said, why are you laughing? If I was like 11 and he was 45, and he goes, but you're not, and it's you. And right. Fair.
Oh, wow. There you go.
It's never he goes, that'll be the last time that happens to you.
All right.
Like, right. Yeah, absolutely. It never happened again.
But it was one of those kisses that were like, wow. Okay.
My God.
All right, let's go back to the board. Teresa, you get to guess again.
We all have a story. I feel like all three of us, because I have a story about a guy who grabbed me and put his tongue down my throat when I didn't want him to. We're all women. Yes, all women. Okay.
It could have been way worse. That's what I always say. It could have been way worse.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've got M&Ms, we've got Heather Graham, we've got the Polish immigrant play,
and here I am walking around wishing that Heather Graham got me and pulled me in for a kiss. Like, is this so wrong? I'm so crazy.
I know. So it's all over the place.
Okay. I want to know who the gross out movie kiss melt in my mouth is. So I'm going to guess Carol for that.
Carol, are you melting my mouth?
You don't know my life.
Oh, I thought that might have been right. All right. So it goes to Erin. Your guess.
I just need to know who that is.
They're all up there. You're the only one been guessed.
I don't know who that is.
Also intrigued by why the long face.
I know, but I also
They already had sex before they had their first kiss.
I'm gonna guess the two-hander scheme is Kevin.
Kevin, are you two-hander scheme?
You don't know my life.
Oh, I thought that might have been right too. I'm not guessing well. Danny, your guess.
Writing a Polish play.
I know.
Yeah, that's hunting cockroaches.
Okay.
It is hunting cockroaches.
All right, Danny.
That's so good.
Oh, this is a tough round. Ooh.
I know.
I'm gonna say "Singing in the Rain" is Teresa.
Teresa, are you zinging in the rain?
You don't know my life.
All right.
No, it's not me.
It goes to
I have
Kevin.
yet to be kissed in the
Or,
rain.
Carol.
Let's
Goes
see
to
what
Carol.
happens here.
Okay. All right. It's my
It's Carol.
I think it's my turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's Carol.
Melt in my mouth. Is that you, Kevin?
Kevin, are you melting my mouth?
It is.
Oh, this is so good.
After
Set the scene. Where are we? What's happening?
date at a movie, it was a movie theater,
Right.
and it was a first date, and he had one of those big bags,
Right.
and
The shareable.
I was so conscious. I was and I was eating popcorn, and so I didn't even plan. I didn't think the date was going very well, and I didn't even plan. And so he wanted to kiss goodnight, and he had been eating those M&Ms all night.
So there was a lot of M&Ms.
There was a lot trapped in the teeth.
A lot of green ones, I bet. Sounds like a lot of green ones.
You can't have just one.
Can you?
Couldn't eat them for years.
I'm never gonna forget that story.
Everyone, the next time you see M&Ms or enjoy them, think about Kevin Campbell.
And there's a thing about the peanut smell, you know. It's like also that when someone eats corn chips, you know, like Fritos, how they pervade the air. That was like what it was.
All right.
God.
Whoa.
Good guess. Carol, you get to guess again.
Yes.
I'm so upset for you, Kevin.
Thank you.
One of them is yours, Carol, and the other three. You're looking for Danny, Felix, or Teresa.
5th grade, I had a crush on a 6th grader.
Yeah.
Two-hander scheme. I'm going to say that's Felix.
Felix, are you the two-hander scheme?
Nice try, but you don't know my life.
So close.
Okay, and it goes to Kevin.
I think graham crackers must be Danny.
Danny, are you graham crackers?
You don't know my life.
Okay.
What?
And now it goes to Felix.
God, we've said that graham crackers is like everybody.
I know.
I don't know if it's going to be either Teresa or Carol for graham crackers, because I'm gonna square that. I'm going to say that.
Getting the horn.
I'm going to say that Teresa kissed Heather Graham crackers.
Graham crackers, is that you, Teresa?
You don't know my life.
All right.
Don't do it.
Maybe it was
That
Batman.
means graham crackers is
Maybe it was
Carol.
Batman.
Is that right?
Carol, are you graham crackers?
Yes, it would be me.
Hey.
Heather Graham.
I did. It was
What's the
during a
story?
production of The Crucible at Los Angeles Theater Center.
Oh, so multiple times.
Yeah, that's the best
No.
reason to do the Crucible is for the action.
But she didn't launch missiles down the back of my throat. Yeah, I played
right.
Abigail and she was playing Mary Warren. The director had a very interesting interpretation of the show.
Wow.
Was she
That
nice?
way.
Was she nice?
She's
Did it work
lovely.
out?
She's
great.
she's a dear to work with. She's
Lovely.
every time I
So-
would kiss her, she would turn beet red, like 10 shades of red. It was hilarious. The girls backstage would be, slip her the tongue, slip her the tongue. She's like, Carol, please don't. Please don't. So funny.
So both of these kisses
That's
were on
cute.
stage?
Yeah,
We're both-
two separate occasions.
Yeah, interesting. All right, I like it. Okay.
Wow.
Next up. Oh,
That's
we got a
Seth.
message from Seth. Do you guys see that or just me?
That's
I
Teresa.
think he.
Seth just
I-
said,
actually-
I love this game. Or I might have hallucinated that.
No, there it
because
is.
I
Oh, there it
need
is.
approval.
He's saying it again.
I think that's his mom. It's his mom
Okay,
posing.
exactly. Exactly. I like it.
This game rocks.
All right, Teresa, you guessed Carol right, so you get to guess again. There's 3 left. One of them is yours.
Okay. I don't see the board yet. So there was 2.
We've got
there's
the
the
right along face.
Kiss in the Rain. I
Yeah,
don't know who Kiss in the Rain is.
it's either Danny or Felix. One of them is
Oh.
yours.
We already guessed one, didn't we? One of them. Oh, I don't remember. Are you supposed to keep track? Okay, I'm gonna guess. Zinging in the Rain is Felix.
Felix, are you zinging in the rain?
Yes, you would be correct.
Aw,
Well
Oh,
done.
You do know my life.
that's cute.
So what's the story? This sounds
Oh.
kind of exciting.
Yeah, I was going out of we did a voiceover project for a Dennis Hensley pilot.
Oh, that's
back
right.
in the
Oh,
day.
that's this guy. I remember this, right? Okay.
Yeah. And then I thought he was cute. I thought I felt some vibes. And then he was going to give me a lift home. And it started raining. And I was like, oh, my God, because it was sunny, of course. And then all of a sudden it started raining. And I said, oh, my God, it's raining. Why don't we kiss in the rain? And he was like, really? He was like, whatever. And you're right, Aaron. It's because I live in LA and it never rains. So it's special. But for him, he's like from New York. He sees rain all the time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, but you don't understand. In LA, it never rains. It's a big deal. And he indulged me, and that was cute, and it was nice.
Aw,
All right, there we go. I like it.
romantical.
Gosh.
It was romantic.
We're all learning
Yeah.
that Felix has a fabulous life. He has like good auditions. He kisses people in the
Yes.
rain. I love it.
Well, he has a wonderful, funny attitude, I have to say.
I try,
But-
you
no.
guys.
but I appreciate it. All right, Teresa, which one is Danny's?
Wait, where's the board? Danny's
It's either why the long face or two-hander scheme.
It's why the long face.
Danny, are you why the long face?
You know my life.
Oh. So breaking this down. So there was the second time you had sex. So you didn't kiss before you had sex.
No, the first time I had sex was with a girl.
Right. But no kissing.
I didn't know I was gay, but I was all, I'm not interested in that kissing thing, so let's just get to it. And then a few months later, she wanted to do it again, and I was all, I wasn't so into it the first time, but let me do it the second time just to make sure. And then she was there in her car.
I'm sure she feels wonderful hearing this story.
No, Danny, the first time we just got into it and we didn't do any foreplay. I'm all, any what? She said foreplay, like kissing. And then she just stuck her tongue in my mouth. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting it. She had a big tongue. And I was like, okay, let's just do it. And
women do it too.
And then 10 years later, I'm gay.
There you go. It didn't take a long time at all.
Until 10 years later.
All right, Teresa, no one's getting a point. No one's getting a point for that last answer, but we've got to hear about the Polish immigrant play.
I thought people would guess this because I'm a writer, but that's why I was really trying to hide
the subject matter.
Yeah.
It was because that year, the theme for the chorus concert was the Statue of Liberty. So I decided I'm going to write a play about a married couple coming to Ellis Island. And if I write it, then, he's going to be I tell my teacher, I want him to be in it. She'll do it. And she was totally complicit. I wrote my first kiss. It was great. It totally worked.
If you write it, he will
well
come.
done. Well played.
Thank you, theater, for working out relationships.
I know.
All right. You guys, I think we have time for one more question. Would you want something sweet and showbizy or something kind of irreverent and a little edgy?
Oh, sweet and showbizy.
I'm
sweet and
open.
showbizy?
Yeah.
Stars
All right, here we go. Sweet and showbizy. It's right. We're gonna send people feeling with a warm. It may actually not be sweet and fuzzy depending on the answer. Here's the question.
He's like, depends on the answer.
And text to the Actors Fund.
Yeah. Here's the question. What's a favorite souvenir from a show business job? Something you kept. And then, of course, if you put herpes, then it does go edgy. It could go edgy. It depends on how you answer it. What's your favorite souvenir from a show business job? Something that you cherish, maybe a costume, or maybe you stole something from someone. I don't know. Something sweet. I mentioned earlier that somebody just in the chat said they bought the games. I think it's Sue in Seattle. So thank you. But the hashtag thing, how it came about is when we first started play testing it, and Jack Plotnick was one of those very first play tests. We had everyone write the answer down, and then we read them out loud, and then we realized we couldn't look at them again because we'd know the handwriting, but we couldn't remember them either. So we're like, oh, what if the person that gets it dealt back to them comes up with a hashtag? That way everybody only sees one handwriting, which makes that a little more fair, right? Because the handwriting was always
the story.
The handwriting was always like how are we going to solve that? And so we did the hashtag, and it ended up being like the most fun part, the part that people remember and have fun with. And there we go. Oh, Susan Nipper says Jackie's everywhere. He is. Thank you, Susan. So yeah, that's how the hashtagging. It's a lesson in what seems like it could be your biggest problem could turn out to be the thing that makes it special.
Yeah.
Right?
The bug is it's a feature, not a bug.
Exactly. So, there's that. And the answer coming in. What's a favorite souvenir from a show business job?
Dennis, you used to interview. Well, first of all, you wrote for Joan Rivers, which you don't mention a lot, but you were a writer on Fashion Police.
I was a writer on Fashion Police, and I went on strike, which led to that little mid 2010s career slump, which sent me.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole, Dennis. We just know that you wrote funny ha-has for Joan, and that it takes a brilliant person to do it. Wait a minute, I'm not done.
I was trying to think of a souvenir from a show business job for myself, right?
That's what I was going to ask you.
After I was one of the Writers Guild members that went on strike from Fashion Police, like 6 months later, one of my friends from that job brought me the box of stuff from my desk. Because when we left, we had to act like, we'll see you tomorrow. It was like Newsies without the dancing. And so I watched Newsies and go, yes, that's exactly what it's like. But anyway, in the box was the Joan Rivers' latest book. Like, she'd come out with a few books during that time. And in it, she had written something very nice to me about my contributions to the show. And it was like, oh, this means something to me. I really cherish it. So that's when I thought of a souvenir from a show business job. But it was something that I looked at again after all that drama had happened. And I was like, oh, wow. It was just wild. But yeah.
Now you have a nice feeling about it.
Oh, you know what else I have? I worked on the Big Gay Sketch Show as a writer. And there were 2 props that I snagged at the end for sketches that I wrote. One, I wrote a sketch about, it was right after the L Word had gone off the air. And I wrote a sketch about lesbians that couldn't live without it. So they don't have to, because you could get your L Word collectible plates. So there were a series of L Word collectible plates. And they, were,
I love that.
they would put them in the dishwasher, and, you know, there were dildos in the dishwasher. It was like that kind of sketch. But anyway, so I have a plate with Leisha Haley, who played Alice on the show, just randomly in my room. And the other thing was, I wrote a sketch for Kate McKinnon where she played Ann Coulter. And she had a book called Liberals Suck My Tool. And so it's Kate's look as Ann Coulter with the book design, and they put it over another book, the cover. And so I have that book. So those are
special.
show business props, right? I like them.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Those are great.
All right, how are we doing with our props and our objects?
We're all in.
All right, let's get that board up and we'll go through these. What's your favorite souvenir from a show business job? Your first answer. I was working on Frasier in the coffee shop set. I was delighted that they actually had Rate Our Service cards. I am the proud owner of a card from Cafe Nervosa. How about Nervosa Rec? Although that's... or Nervosa Energy? What's a nervous... Nervosa Tick?
Nervosa Tick.
Nervosa Tick. That sounds cute. I like it. All right, next up. My first ever play had a full-blown panic attack in a rehearsal when I realized people would see me perform. Director had to send everyone out while he talked me down. When the actors came back, one of my co-stars had written me a heartfelt letter about how I was meant to be an actor. I still have it. Pep talk. Let's see.
What's a word for letter?
Missive.
Yeah.
Epistle.
Missive. Marvelous.
Marvelous missive.
Marvelous
Thank
missive.
you. The marvelous Mrs. Missive or something. I like it. That's so sweet. Okay. Next up, a hat from a show I was in. Least stressful show I have ever been in. Cast was lovely. Oh.
Gotta love a good cast.
Tip of the hat.
Finishing the hat.
That's a Sondheim
Very
thing.
Sondheim, very Sondheim, very on brand.
All right.
Finishing the hat. Why you have to finish the hat?
Okay, for a wrap gift, Jamie Lee Curtis gave me a custom-made Christopher Radko Xmas tree ornament. It's my favorite thing to hang on the tree every year, and I keep it wrapped in a triple tissue paper in its original box. Wow.
Hey.
Awesome. Oh, gifts from Jamie Lee Curtis.
I know. How about what was the yogurt that she does?
Jamie Lee Courtesy. I like that.
Jamie Lee Courtesy. I like that.
Oh, you were going to make an Activia joke.
What? No Activia? All right. I like Jamie Lee Courtesy. I got 2. One is a hat, which is the original hat from which I had hand sewed another one, which ended up in a movie. I gave it to a friend. He lost it at a Tina Turner concert, then found it, and then I lost touch with him. Also, a raincoat from a movie that turned out to be a gift from God. I would like to option this answer as a sweet short film.
I know, seriously. This is
okay, so we've got a hat and a raincoat. Hat and coat. All right, that's cute. All right,
yeah.
Hat and coat. Next up, a gold-plated breastplate that I kept from a production of King Lear. Ooh. Breastplate man? We don't know it's a man, though, do we? Like, you know, if someone's a breast man or a leg man. Let's see, that's a little creepy. That's a little gross.
Let's play that I got from a production.
Yeah, yeah. How about feeling leery?
Yeah. Excellent.
All right.
Feeling
We got
leery.
6 answers, 6 hashtags, and we're going to start the guessing with, I think, Aaron. It's your guess.
Oh wow. I'm gonna say Jamie Lee Curtis is Carol.
Carol, are you Jamie Lee Curtis?
You don't know my life.
No, it is not Carol. All right, we'll go next to Danny.
Oh, I'm going to guess that Hat and Coat is Kevin.
Kevin, are you Hat and Coat?
You don't know my life.
Okay. Carol, it is your guess.
Oh, my Lanta.
My Lanta. We've had a horn-free show up until now.
I know. Okay. I am going to say I was Nervosa Tick.
Yeah.
Is Kevin.
Kevin, are you Nervosa Tick?
No. You don't know my life.
You don't know his life.
Everyone's doing process of elimination with me.
You were just prominent on my screen. I would.
All right. Kevin, it is your guess.
Mine?
Yep.
Danny, are you Nervosa Tick?
Are you Nervosa Tick?
Oh, crackers! How'd you get me so fast?
Danny, I didn't know this.
I think I saw you in that episode.
20 years.
No,
so what's the story?
Back when I was trying to get my SAG card, I needed one more SAG job, and I was in a sitcom writing class with Katie. Oh my God, Garrett. She was the first AD on the show, and I asked her if she could help me get a SAG voucher. She said, "Sure, come on. You can be an extra in this scene, and we'll do it." Blah blah. Right before we shot the scene, she said, "I'm sorry, I can't get you a SAG voucher. Someone reported us." She said, you don't have to stay. I'm all, are you kidding? It's Frasier. I love this show. Of course I'll stay. And, you know, they did the scene. I was an extra, and I happened to have the card still. Cafe Rosa, and then Radar Service.
Oh my God, they made it double-sided. That's serious.
Wow.
Yeah, what detail they put into the set of the Frasier. God, I love that show.
They don't miss a trick. I love it. That's so sweet. All right.
Were they talking about doing a new version of that now?
Yeah, they're rebooting.
Yes.
I think they're rebooting.
Wow.
All right.
I'm SAG. You guys, I'm SAG. I'm totally SAG now.
Okay, good. All right.
In case they want you back at the cafe.
No thanks to Kelsey Grammer.
Now you own the coffee shop.
That's true. All right, Kevin, you guess again. Or anyone's but Danny's.
I'll say Aaron is it Hat and Coat.
Hat and Coat. Is that you, Aaron?
You don't know my life. No.
Not Aaron. Okay. And it goes to Felix.
I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to say that Marvelous Missive is Teresa.
Teresa, are you Marvelous Missive? Well done.
Yes.
I love this sweet story.
This was my very first play at MIT. I had already graduated, but I went back and did it, and it was this very earnest freshman director who had talked me down because I was freaking out, and I still have this letter. I always went to frame it, but that always felt like a little too self-important. But I have to read you this first line. I love this.
Okay.
It says, he wrote, "Okay, I'm now going to tell you what I think of your acting talent. Be assured I don't give compliments. I tell it how it is because I am a bitch." It's very sweet.
Okay.
But yeah, I've kept it in this little
baby theater director. Yep.
I know, but I've kept it in this little wax envelope, and I would I'll take it to I took it to every show I was ever in, and I would just keep it under my makeup mat or whatever. So
the right person at the right time saying the right thing can have such a profound effect on somebody's life, right?
Yeah.
I remember this is a total tangent. I'm going to go there. I was a Letterman athlete in high school because I was on the golf team. So it still counts as a sport. Who knew? So I'm at the Letterman's banquet, and I'm like, I feel so out of place. And the cheerleading sponsor also happened to be the drama teacher, so that's where I'm sitting, obviously. And I said, I feel so out of place. And she goes, never be ashamed because you don't fit in with the crowd. You're not a stereotype. And someday you will realize how special that is. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm not listening. I was looking at the quarterback. But that's not true. No, it stuck with me. All right, look, we got a comment from a Glenn Gaylord.
Hi,
what a
Glenn.
fun game. All right.
It's so fun.
OMG, love it. All right, let's go back to the board and see where we are with our sweet souvenirs. Felix, you guessed that right. You get to guess again. There's 4 left. One of them's yours.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Kevin's feeling leery.
Are you feeling leery, Kevin?
Well, I've had roles where I've said, "This is my Lear," but no, I don't know my life.
Wow, that is not Kevin. Okay, we are going to Teresa. Your guess.
Oh, I'm gonna guess that a hat and coat is Felix because it just sounds like what another fabulous story from his life.
Right? Are you
I'm gonna say yes. I am hat and coat, and
yes,
it is another fabulous story from my life.
Nice.
So what's the story with the hat?
Well, I've got show and tell. So this is a hat that I bought a long time ago. It's like a biker hat, and then you
so nifty
fold it over, and it's got a couple of different looks. You know, and in the back, it's got that little thing where you can make it shorter if you need to, or longer. Anyway, so I built one of these for the movie 12 Monkeys. I had built one of these for myself on site, and the costumer saw me wear it when I came into the audition. She was like, "That's perfect, keep it." So it ended up in the movie, and then like a year later, I was like, I shouldn't like hold things so close, and because I held it so dear. And a friend of mine was wearing dreadlocks, and I was like, you know what, this would look great on you. And I gave it to him. He lost it at a Tina Turner concert. He found it again. I was like, it's meant for you to have it. You have it. And then to call back
to you.
Yeah. And to call back to the movie that I talked about earlier that I auditioned for, it's called Dear God. And they gave me this nifty little thing, and it says Dear God on it. Isn't that cute?
That was the Gary Marshall.
Yeah, and it's a raincoat, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and I cherish it.
For when you're kissing.
For when I'm kissing in the rain. Thank you, Danny. Yes.
For like the 5 times it rains in LA. Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Dennis, did you see your chat message about the donation?
Yes, somebody sent in a donation. I think it said Kevin's name in there or something. Yes,
terrific.
We love it. So yeah, definitely. If you're having fun and you've got some money that you can donate to the cause, you can go to starsinthehouse.com and donate. You can also the information is on the bottom of the screen. You can text in Fund 2020 to 56512. They told me the amount, and it's getting up to almost $1 million, which is $818,920 as of March 16th. So
love it.
You know,
donate to the
actors. It'd be funny if we crossed $1 million while Seth was out, and I was like, "Yay!" And there was a confetti cannon.
Maybe we did. Kevin, do you know if we crossed over $1 million?
I think there were donations in Kevin's line.
No, they were asking me to read them, but I did not receive them. They were going to text me.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that as we.
They sent it to the wrong Kevin.
Yes, like some other Kevin is like,
is out there wondering.
I think it's Kevin Costner. I got on speed dial.
They sent it to the Kevin that ended up getting Curb Your Enthusiasm. That was not. That's snarky, and that is not my brand. That's not my brand.
That was snarky.
She didn't have 3 Tony nominations.
But I do love a bring it up again from a different game.
We love a callback joke, but
okay. Yeah. The wheels are coming off the bus. Let's go back to the board
it's only the third time.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got him.
Oh, you got him. What's going on?
I got him now. So Jeffrey from New York City, $50. Happy birthday, Seth. Thank you so much for all the joy that you brought us over the past year, and most notably by bringing Jack Plotnick into our lives.
Yes.
Jerome from California, $50.
Wait, Kevin, the new one's under the line that I just sent.
Oh my God.
From the older show that we
was
did last
February
month.
27th.
You know what? You get so much money donated in your honor.
We're still thankful today.
It's not Seth's birthday, by the way, everyone. My friends and I are big game players. I love this game. Just ordered it on Amazon. Thank you for sharing this. $20 from Susan in California.
Susan.
We have $18 from Mark in Australia.
Mark in Australia.
Aussies.
Can I just tell you?
Aaron could do the accent. Yeah.
And then
my family's from North Queensland.
that's right. And then I have Tess going, no, the new ones, Kevin, the new ones. Oh, well.
There's just so many donations. Can't keep track. I love it.
I love it. Speaking of Australia, because of the Zoom of it all, we have hosted virtual game nights for people in different countries at the same time. So we can host a virtual game night for you in Australia. Just figure out the timing of it, and I'll donate part of the proceeds to the Actors Fund. All right.
Dennis, we did a multi-generational one with families that were in Canada, here in the United States, and somewhere else. Where were they? Was it England?
There were 3 different states and 2 different countries and 4 different time zones. There's like it was every, and then it was 3 generations, and it was still it was big. Yeah,
it was lovely.
We picked questions that made sense for them, and it was a blast. All right, let's figure out these final souvenirs. These are sweet, you guys.
Coming in.
Okay. I love it.
Teresa, you get to guess again. There's 3 left: Aaron, Kevin, and Carol.
I'm gonna guess finishing the hat is Aaron Quill.
Aaron Quill, are you finishing the hat?
Yes.
Well done. What's the show?
The show is Dave, based on the movie, and it was like kind of sort of scheduled to come in, but it's obviously not coming in, so I'm not gonna wear it. But it was the most lovely cast I've actually ever been a part of. Everybody was nice, which like never happens. There was no like mean girls in the cast or anything like that. It was just a lovely, lovely show. And it was Tom Kitt wrote the music, and Nell Benjamin wrote the book and some of the lyrics, and Tommy, who passed on, he wrote some of the lyrics, some of the book as well. And Tina Landau was the director, and it couldn't have been nicer. We had the best producers. It was just such a great experience. So I love my hat. It was my like first swag in a while, because I had a child, so I hadn't been doing quite so much. I
want to give a shout out to that font. I like that font. It's bold.
I know.
It's simple. I approve.
And you know what?
Love her voice.
So Dave is about a movie where the president is kind of a jerk, and then has a stroke, and then he gets replaced by a lookalike who looks just like him but isn't a nice guy. And so Trump had just been elected, like just elected, and we were in DC for 2.5 months. So Seth came up with Rosie O'Donnell and all these Broadway performers to do different like appearances and stuff. And so I was already there, so I got to join them. And
fun.
Yeah, it was like really amazing to be on the bus with them once they got to DC and get dropped off at the park. And all these protesters were there, and it was just like, you felt like you were part of something bigger. So the show to me was not just a show because it was a political show, but it was a show because we were living in the politics of DC at the time, and it was
in the moment.
Yeah, it was very zeitgeisty. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Well, I hope that show gets mounted someday, and I get to see it, and you're in it. So
I hope so. And I also got to create my character's name. I got to name my character, and I gave her an
Heather
Asian.
Graham? Did you name her Heather Graham? No, what did you name her?
Actually, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it.
That was a zing.
Story. What's the name of the character? What did you name her?
The character's name was Grace Chow.
Nice.
And she was an MSNBC type snarky reporter, like very Rachel Maddow and stuff like that. So she had a lot of side eye and a lot of like reporting the news, and then kind of. And it was cool because we had these big screens. They wanted it to look very, like now politics.
Right.
So we had all these screens. So when my mother came to see it, she was like, "You were all over that show," because I was always like, giant things in my head were like, and today the president. She's like,
"Oh, nice."
I didn't think you were supposed to be in it that much, and I was like, I didn't know I was because I had never seen it.
I love it.
Oh,
You get to pop up all the time. But you can also be doing your crossword puzzle in the back.
Yes,
Perfect.
and I did a cartwheel in that show as well.
Wow.
I know. Because Tina said we need a cartwheel here, and I looked at all the dancers, and none of them volunteered. And I was like, and then she said,
that would never fly on a cruise ship, by the way.
I know. And then I went, I can do it. And she goes, yeah, but can you stick the landing? And I used to do gymnastics in high school, so I was like,
exactly. It's all about the landing.
I can stick the landing. I will stick it. Because you have to stick it every time. I was like, don't worry. I can stick it every time.
I love it.
Challenge accepted. Love it.
Back to the board. Let's see how many of these souvenirs we have left. Two left. Teresa, you're guessing between Kevin and Carol. We've got Jamie Lee Curtis and we've got Phelan Leary.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to guess Jamie Lee Curtis is Carol.
Carol, are you Jamie Lee Curtis?
You don't know my life.
All right.
Before. That was what I started off with.
All right, you're gonna get this one. You're gonna get this one. You want to pick Carol's or Kevin's?
Who's up?
It's you.
Oh,
it's you.
No, they gave because you had guessed me.
Jamie is Kevin.
Kevin, are you Jamie?
Yay!
Yeah.
I love it. What's the story?
It was a movie, Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she gave these beautiful snowmen that in the movie they have a snowman and gets kidnapped, and so the snowman is holding a little sign that says "Free Frosty," and it's the most beautiful glass ornament, and what's such a classy gift, and really she was amazing. And we shot that with winter coats in Downey. They built the neighborhood in a parking lot. It was literally 95 degrees every day.
Oh my God!
We were in winter coats. Yeah.
Remind us who you played, Kevin.
I was the scoutmaster who sold the Christmas trees in it.
Oh, okay.
Nice. But what's fun about that is every year you get to go, right?
I know.
Like every year you take it out and you have a moment with it. I love it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things.
So
cool. All right. Carol, you have a breastplate from King Lear.
I do, and I misspoke. It's not gold plated, forgive me, as it is gold foil.
Okay.
And it was built for me by Costumes, and I still have it.
Oh my gosh, that is epic.
I think I still fit.
Joke.
Yeah.
Yes, I would keep that too.
They filled me out a little, which was lovely.
Well, it's a work of art.
It is a work of art. It's a sculptural piece, so I have it on my wall. And it was a production of King Lear. I played Regan. And fun fact,
one of his daughters.
One of Lear's daughters.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Cordelia, the youngest daughter, was played by Mariel Heller, who went on to direct
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Can You Ever Forgive Me? And she played the mother in The Queen's Gambit. So that was our little sister.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear that, or is it kind of like now it's an art? Do you ever just for a party or maybe for a fun night, a date night maybe?
I'm looking for a reason.
Nice.
You can host a dinner party where you serve sushi off of that while you wear it.
Right.
I probably could. I could find
That's
some.
really cool.
And I love the back too.
Oh,
but I wore it with
nice.
this blue chiffon dress that flowed. So it was this beautiful combination of this kind of hard,
I love that.
metallic.
And you had to go in and get it fitted. You had to go in for the whole.
Yeah, they built it to me. They were putting in it.
Cool.
They put this epoxy or sculptural clay on me, and they had to get it off and on before it dried, and then they would
that's
just
so neat.
Yeah, it was really cool.
How special. Okay.
Days. Yeah.
All right. Who do you guys think won? Who do you think scored the most matches?
Teresa.
You think it was Teresa? She had a few runs in there for sure. All right.
We're
gonna bring up the board, and we're gonna before we reveal the scores. I just want to remind everybody that if they want to donate to help the Actors Fund, if you had fun tonight and you could spare a little for the cause, go to starsinthehouse.com and kick in. And if you like the game, it's available on Amazon, the box game. But we love hosting virtual game nights for people that are social distancing or in different parts of the country or the world. Go to youdon'tknowmylife.com. And you can email us there. If we set up something and book it, just mention the Actors Fund and we'll donate a big chunk to the Actors Fund of the game fee. So All right. Thank you guys for doing this. Before we reveal the winner, I want to keep the
Dennis, you've been a great host.
Yes, thank you, Dennis.
That's proud.
Thank you to Seth and
Great
James
work.
for letting us take over the show for a night and be silly and play a game. It's been a real thrill. So, and it's so fun seeing all of you people that I love and I know from different parts of my life, and it's been great. So, okay, we're gonna bring up the board because we're gonna reveal the scores. So keep your eye on the player board, and we will reveal the scores in 3, 2, and 1. Boom.
Oh my God.
0, 2, 3, 2,
Teresa
9.
got 9.
Well done.
This is the first time I've got none.
Dan, you got none, and you were there at the very beginning. You know who was
It's rigged, Danny.
Rematch,
Right?
Danny.
Jack Plotnick, who is a good friend of Seth's and does the show a lot. He was at the very second playtest of this, and I remember him demonstrating choreography that he made up for Stacey Q's Two of Hearts. So he literally stood up, and I don't remember what question brings that up, but ever since then, I think of his choreography, and that was just a blessing that came out of that playtest. So thank you guys all so much for being here. Donate to the Actors Fund. Thank you guys for the comments. I'm glad you had fun. Check us out online, youdon'tknowmylife.com. The Actors Fund was so instrumental in it existing. Look at the people thanking. I'm going to just stand here because the comments are coming in. Congrats, Fun Game. Thanks for sharing all these stories. I love it. All right. This has been a pleasure. Thank you to David, who's helped facilitate all of this behind the scenes, and to Seth and James. And I guess we just, you know what? I'm going to take a quick photo.
Wait, we gotta get a screenshot. That's the
screenshot. Should we do this with okay, there's like my video. It's called 1 Second Every Day. Stars in the House. Okay, and we'll do a quick screenshot too. Okay, this is awesome.
Do we hold up our props?
Oh yeah,
I'm going to.
breastplate. Get us a breastplate. All right.
Breastplate action.
All right. Nice. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I love it.
I love it.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you,
guys,
Dennis.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Seth, for having us.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you all.